This is your final warning. This episode contains explicit language and heavy talk about drug use, and even the hint of active drug use. Listen at your own risk.
Hey, we missed all the good stuff. Let's start this bitch already.
Open up, Colorado. It's 420. Time to grind and burn.
This is not your son's stoner show.
Welcome to the Cannabis Community Project. Once again, bringing you your weekly podcast from the CCP studios high up in Denver, Colorado. Here exploring the business side of this newly emerging Colorado economy, focusing on the business, the patient, the user, to the retailer, even the geek in the garage, creating that next innovation in cannabis. The first media platform to help fellow cannapreneurs build sustainable businesses while living the lifestyle. All right, we are back. Thank you for joining us here at the CCP studios inside the Studio Zoo. The Zoo. We are here at the Zoo, the Studio Zoo, back live for the last show of 2014, show number 47, if you can believe it or not. We've trucked through January through December, and we're here bringing it in. We got everybody who needs to be here in studio, some that you'll remember, and maybe some that you should go back and check out. We're going to recap all of 2014 in the business, the industry. We're going to talk about our development, where we're going for 2015. We're going to be consuming quite a bit of edibles. We've got Joe Growflounder in studio with us here, partying out the cheesecake infused edibles.
What's up, everybody?
We also got CCX representative Sohum J. Shaw.
How you guys doing? Thanks for having me.
Excellent. And BubbleSonics Antoine Harrison, right?
Yeah, what up, world? Sonic power.
So this is going to be a trip down memory lane, and we're going to try to do it before we pass out, because what we're looking at here tonight is literally, what is this, a 10-pound container of cookies?
At least 4 dozen.
4 dozen cookies, cheesecake infused, cannabis infused cheesecake.
There we go.
And what the hell are those, Growflounder, these other things you brought?
Oh, man, those are piece de resistance, the bacon-covered stuffing wraps. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Barbecue.
Bacon-covered stuffing wraps.
Pretty
so
good.
we have one goal tonight, and that is to try to walk out of here on our own 2 feet. Let's try to make that all happen at the same time. Let's not hold back. You guys are all regulars of the show. You've been on a number of times. Feel free to chime in. I want to make sure we get to everything. So we're going to go back and we're going to look at a recap of this year. I'm going to ask you about your own individual businesses, where you've come from since January 1st, right? Since the first day of legalization up until now. This show coming out on Saturday, December 20th. So it's going to be our last show for the year. And then we're going to start up again January 1st, 2015, officially year number 2.
Right on. Been quite the road.
All right. Well, welcome everybody. How are you feeling tonight?
Right. Pretty good.
Let's go around the room and just get a quick introduction. Everybody's here. Why don't we start out on my right? Mr. BubbleSonics over here. Remind us who you are, what you do, and how we know you.
Antoine Harrison with BubbleSonics. What I do is specialty glass cleaning. So if you have any water pipes, bongs, or anything paraphernalia related, we can get it clean and refreshed for you. You will know me from past show, introducing my business to the world.
Which was show, I forget. It was about a month and a half ago, maybe
7 or something.
Yeah, something like that. Well, welcome as you're eating your cheesecake there to start thinking about your recap in 2014, so you can give us your insight to what you've learned this past year, and we'll come back around to you. Let's keep moving around the table here. Please tell us who you are, how we know you.
I am Sohum Shah. I'm the Chief Operating Officer of the Cannabis Commodities Exchange. Been on a couple of the CCP shows this past year, I think 18, 20 23 or 24. Some of my partners were on maybe 30 something, and
I think we have a total of 4 shows, and
We
I think
do.
three were with you. We best know you from losing your job and doing a show on that.
I did.
Yeah.
You probably recognize my nice silky smooth voice from some of the advertisements.
Ah, yes, the ad. How do you like the ads? Have you been hearing them on the show?
I do. I think I sound better in the ads, honestly, than I do on the show.
This week I was having a chuckle to myself listening to Josh in the ad. It was funny.
I think it was Nick this week.
No, that was last week.
This past week.
The one that came out on Saturday.
Yeah, that was Nick.
Oh no, that was Nick. Sorry, I'm thinking to myself about the one that's coming
out.
Yeah, that's right.
You're always a week ahead.
I know, I'm a week ahead, and I got to stop that because it's getting me confused. So let's keep moving. Please introduce yourself.
Hey, boys and girls, it's the Growflounder. Nice to have me here today.
You know, Growflounder, you've been with me since the beginning. Matter of fact, the whole origin of this show is more or less because I was pretty much trying to figure out a way to kind of help you get off the ground in the cannabis industry. It was roughly, a year ago? A little more than a year ago. It was around October.
Came to me and said, hey, I got this idea.
We'll go on.
Well, that was pretty much it. I mean, here we are today, a year later.
Well,
doing real good, man.
we've never really talked about how the show actually got started and why we started and where it came about. So since we're at the end of the year, let's just get into that story. We started off at a studio across town called the GSS, the Geek Street Society Studios, over in Aurora, Colorado. Who's the guy's name? Shane or...
Chin or Chan, I'm not really sure.
like that.
It's not important. But
we had
what
a
is important
studio.
is they're geeks, and they're over there, and we're over here. And
We're on the other
we're
side.
kicking ass over here.
We're on the other side of town, literally.
Well,
But
didn't they come asking for us our help?
No, let me tell you why we did 1.5 shows from there, and then basically I broke off on my own and said, I think I can do this on my own. So Growflounder here was trying to figure out how to make some money, get a job, wanted to be involved in cannabis, was doing some growing on his own, floundering around like always, couldn't quite get it together. So I said, why don't we start a show that's based on cannabis, build an audience, and then leverage that audience to get directly involved with businesses and advertisers and get involved in the cannabis industry. Yep. So he said, sure let's do it. So we were going to do it. Originally, it was going to be a 2-man show. It was going to be a host and co-host all the way along. We started off, I found this studio across town, the GSS, Geek Street Society Studios. Went and had a couple meetings over there, number of characters. I recorded the intro over there. Did the first show with the Grow Depot, right? Did the first show with the Grow Depot, and then 24 hours later, I get this email from the owner of the Grow Depot telling me, sorry, man, I can't support your show. I just gave a whole bunch of money to Shane or Chain or whatever at the studio. So I'm going to do all my advertising with the studio. So basically, I went out there and got a business, and he came in behind my back and sold advertising to the guy and cut me completely out of the picture. So that's when I said, well, I guess I don't really need a studio. All I need is my own microphone and my own equipment, and I can do it right from home.
And here we are.
And there we are to the point where I continued to do that. I think you kind of flaked out right around week 2.
Well, if you remember right, I was having a baby. Remember that one?
That you were having a baby?
I was having a baby.
I remember that being some type of excuse that was being talked about at the time.
One of them things.
I don't think it's a valid excuse because if you're gonna partake in an adventure, it's all in, baby or not.
Yeah, there you go.
So I went on it solo and had you on. You're still a high rated show though. If you go and watch show number 2 or listen to show number 2 with the Growflounder, it's the highest show so far. So people seem to like that one, talking about grow equipment.
So game on.
Game on.
New best show.
New best show.
That's right.
That's-
Got to beat it, definitely.
If I got
You can
beat, Flounder, I could do that.
But I think it was because he was just on his own, listening to his own show over
That's
and
it.
over and over, running up those statistics,
practice
And
it.
that replay button.
Let's be real. We all do that a little bit.
listening to your own voice. I listen to the shows probably on average 8 times in the overall production throughout the week. So when I do an interview with one of you guys, I literally listen to that interview probably about 8 times, piecing it together.
So how many times do you listen post-production?
Once or twice, but pre-production and during production, probably about 8 times. on that. But that was it. That's how we started. CCP, Cannabis Community Project, started from that. And basically, I just started reaching out to businesses and contacting business owners and asking them to tell their story. And it's led from one to the other. And we had some great events. We got into the Cannabis Cup, which actually led us to meeting Cannabis Commodities Exchange.
You caught us at our launch party, the Cannabis Cup up here in Denver. We got a booth. Obviously, it was a great time.
Yeah.
Kind of a shit show.
Yes, I would have to agree with that.
The show was...
Well, I wouldn't say shit show, but it was definitely... High Times can definitely do some work on there.
Well, I had no expectations because I hadn't been to any previous shows. So
well, we love you, High Times.
I actually got a chance to speak with some of the High Times editors before the Seattle Cup. And the thing that I got from them is they get a lot of pushback for their events and some of the stuff you see like in the advertising section of their magazine. But straight from one of the editors who's been around for a couple years, the thing that they've been protecting since the 70s and the 80s is nothing more than the freedom of press and being able to publish anything that's protected by the First Amendment. And I think that a lot of that has to explain why they kind of let the events run themselves and they just put the infrastructure in place and they provide a place for people to advertise and, they don't try and censor people's advertisements or the content that's coming in their magazine.
Yeah, it was good. And I hope to get more events like that this next coming year. Coming up 2015, Cannabis Cup and anything else. I think that's the secret really to expanding a network and getting your brand out there is to just be involved in what's going on. Let's quickly move into just a recap because I want to know kind of what everybody has been trying to do in one form or another is recap what has happened in Colorado for the last 12 months, right? I mean, we've had some major media write articles on it and everybody talks about it that the world didn't stop. The universe is still here. We're moving along. We're making money and pretty much nothing's really different before or after the fact.
Good news!
So let's just go around the room and real quickly get your recap of this last year in cannabis. Why don't we start on our left-hand side? Growflounder, give us your analysis. What's the 2014 recap from legalization till now at the end of the year?
Well, I think it's all great. I think that we've got to see a lot of new industries pop up. My favorite part is just getting out there and meeting all the new people and finding out that your grandma down the street is a cannabis user and, everybody else. And just seeing all the new industries and all the new mindset in people. I really like getting out there and talking to them. I wear my Grow Economy shirt. I like to wear it when I go down to the county meetings and stuff like that. And I've not got any bad looks or anything like that. Matter of fact, I was at the gas station today and this cop come ripping in there, bouncing around. His cop car with these kind of rough entryway, and he pulled up there, and I was like, "Damn, that's a pretty rough driveway they got there." And he just kind of looked at me, and we just talked for a minute, and I was like, he didn't make me feel like I was a pothead or anything.
So your analysis is the last year has basically brought it to just
people can be real in a lot of ways that they couldn't before, and just seeing it come over everything.
All right. Very good. Very good. What do you think, Sohum? What is the analysis from CCX standpoint and your individual standpoint of this last year?
Well, from the CCX standpoint, obviously we're looking mostly at wholesale pricing. So we've seen, the huge demand come in at the beginning of the year, being the first place in the United States. So you could go, anyone over the age can legally go and purchase marijuana. To actually having a little bit of balance on the supply side. We saw the 70-30 vertical integration rule go away at the beginning of October, starting to see a lot larger retail cultivation sites come online. So that's a little bit of the wholesale industry side. I think that what Growflounder said over here is absolutely right, and that we're starting to see a little bit more widespread acceptance. From what I've seen, Denver PD has more or less always had that type of laissez-faire attitude towards cannabis use, but it's starting to spread to some of the suburban law enforcement agencies, and more than anything, just your average suburban house mom or house dad, or not the person you would stereotypically associate with cannabis use, either being willing to experiment with it, or at the very least just not judge somebody else for their own consumption. And right. I think that's a really beautiful thing.
Nice, very nice. Thank you. What do you think? I mean, what's your analysis of this last year?
For us, for BubbleSonics, it's just awareness, getting more awareness out there. You're going to hear us more on the radio. You're going to see us more ads in more shops and locations. But from I've seen in the year is just people being able to express their creativity and not be judged about it. People are now able to think creatively and, tell people about it. Or, I had this idea, or I got this idea when I was doing this, and don't feel like stupid because, they got when they was, under the influence of cannabis, saying. What I've seen is a lot of people are more like opening up, like spiritually, mentally, physically, all that. It's creating this energy around here in Colorado that I've seen. And it's just way more positive, way stronger than I've seen in any other state that I lived in. I think it's the cannabis, just allowing people to be, like you said, more real.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I mean, personally, just from behind the standpoint of the show, of reaching out to people and talking to people and even presenting myself as being involved in the industry, definitely it's been, everybody looks halfway baked as I'm staring around the room.
Still trying to chuck down this cheesecake. It's like, I still got to have cookie right next to it.
Are you feeling baked?
I'm trying to wait for it to kick in, because if it doesn't soon, I'm about to chomp another piece of that.
Okay. I just keep eating. Yeah, don't wait. Let it catch up to you.
Let's keep moving. So thank you for the recap. 2014. I'm looking forward to 2015. The show is really growing. I mean, we started out January 1st was the first show. In that first week, we got probably, 150 or so listeners. And it really took, I think, close to 2 or 3 months before any of those statistics started to move up at all. And it was right around, I think, month 6 when we broke the 200 per show, and then we went up to 250, where every week. And now we're right around like 350, 400. So I can see it happening. And the fact that we've had sponsors come on board and industries wanting to participate, it's making me excited for next year, because
I remember back when you said, well, we're on our 7th show. This is usually most podcasts stop at 7th, right. 8th show. So here we are.
That's true. 95% of all podcasts won't go past 7 shows, because there's just a real disconnect of what people think podcasting is going to be about, right, or what's going to come from it in that sense. So they do 1 or 2, 3 shows and then they give up. But we went through 7. Now we're on 47. So we have 47 shows.
So where were you slacking those other 5 weeks?
2 of those weeks were end of August. One of those weeks when I had to move apartments back in February. And one was just last week, Thanksgiving. And then this is going to be the last show, so there won't be one for the last week of December. So more or less, it's about 5 shows. We don't call it slacking. We call it creatively reducing the brain, right? Rejuvenation. I mean, there's only so much storming that can be done in the brain.
And then you got to eat another cookie.
Yeah, that's right. Take another slice of this cheesecake.
That cookie, I finished off that cookie. You guys didn't finish off the cookie.
No, because I tasted it.
Nice.
Cheesecake is just decadent.
I also had like 2 of these bacon bites, though. So where'd you get you a couple bacon bites as well?
Right. Let me regain my composure. Let me do an ad real quick, so maybe that'll help me regain my composure. 1 second. Ads are important. This is how the future is going to...
That's right.
I want to thank you, individuals out there who have verbally supported me. And wherever you're listening, please do the same thing. SoundCloud, Stitcher, Spreaker, iTunes, it doesn't matter. YouTube, wherever you're listening, click the like button, leave a little comment, help us move our way up to the charts. That's how other people get exposed to us. Of course, I would like the show to be bigger and broader, and there needs to be an audience. And that's you. You are the audience. You are the ones that make and break this happen. Without your support, supporting the sponsors, supporting me, none of it happens. It all goes away, and then we're just a bunch of hobbyists talking into microphones in our mother's basement. I don't want to be there. I want to be a professional, and I want to help you be a professional. And it's been fun, and I'm so grateful for those of you who have jumped on board with me and decided to sponsor me in all ways. You can sponsor me by being an audience member and telling your friends. You can sponsor me by going to my website, going to the store, the Cannabis Community Store. Of course, you can get all the products from from CannabisCommunityProject.com, but I made sure to get an exclusive domain, the Cannabis Community Store, because I want to build a store that's only cannabis-related products, very exclusive, and I think there needs to be a centralized platform where people can come and see great things like the anonymous bag, Colorado compliant locking bags, Cushley odor eliminator sprays, Skunk Box, the humidor carrying case to protect all your herbs and everything else that you have. And of course, let's not forget all the new ones we've brought on lately, like the Mota Pot, your butter infuser, stovetop, and soon to be new model electric plug-in, where in 10 minutes you can literally make butter infused cannabis. Physically, you can find all the products we're talking about at a location, 1548 West Alameda. And if you want to order a product from me and you live in Denver, send me an email and we can avoid the shipping. I'll personally deliver it to you. We'll hook up. I'll get you the products. Check them all out on the webpage, CannabisCommunitystore.com. And of course, follow us on all the social media.
Very good.
Don't want to forget the ads. Ads are very important.
I thought you actually had like an ad that was queued up.
Play. I thought it was rewritten. It was already
no.
pre-planned, and you just gonna play it. Like they do a radio.
I was going to do that, but it
Do
got
like this. Yeah.
Well, I've got dibs on reading the next ad. I don't care whose ad it is. I just want to read
I want
it.
to read it.
Yeah. Oh,
We have
yeah.
an ad reading contest.
Oh, here. You want to read an ad
Yeah, sure.
for your own show?
I don't care.
See,
I don't care whose ad it is. I just want to read some
I didn't
ads.
bring an ad because I didn't want to play one person's over the other, so I figured I'd just promote the store.
That's fine. I mean, I don't mind reading somebody else's ad. I just
Oh,
want to read an ad.
I don't have somebody else. You want to do one for yourself?
Yeah,
Trying to be
sure.
a disc
Go ahead.
jockey.
I mean, you have an ad over there, right?
No, I'm just going to play the music and you're going to improvise it. There we go. All right, we got Scott coming into the studio from Highest Reward. Come on in. Hey,
Come
how's
on
it going?
down.
Chill, man.
All
Pretty
right.
chill.
All right, we're live on the air. We're just eating edibles, so feel free to join in. We have some cookies and cake and
Bacon wraps. Bring your appetite. That's all you need.
All right. All right, so we're going to improvise our ads a little. I didn't want to promote one sponsor over the other, so I was just going to push the store, but Sohum here, being the egomaniac he is, wants to hear his own voice.
I want other people to hear my voice. I want to share my voice.
All right, well, let's share your voice with the world.
I can't wait to hear your
all
voice.
I have is that one ad music, so you're going to have to use the same music.
I like it. I think it fits.
Find
my
your own
appearance.
timing. All right, find your own timing on it and start in. Oh, whoops.
Thank you. You're far too kind. Have you ever wondered where to find wholesale cannabis products? The Cannabis Commodities Exchange is the premier wholesale trading platform for licensed cannabis businesses around the country. Each marketplace is unique, and all of our wholesale users are verified, so you can be sure you're compliant. Becoming a CCX member is fast, easy, and best of all, free. So sign up and add a wholesale account today at www.cannaexchange.com or call us at 1-800-498-3CCX. Whether you need to sell your surplus or fill your shelves, CCX builds bridges for your business.
You think you could top them with your own ad? You want to do your own
Ad off!
little sponsorship war?
Next, we have to trade ads and see who can read the other person's ad.
Hey, co-host, fill in.
Yeah. All right. So that was a great ad.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
I always get flustered and stumble over my words and trip and fall on my cheesecake. But
you were really inspiring me over here.
I thought maybe my dance would help a little bit. Get you going. But
Old creative juices.
so how'd you like that? How do you like the edibles?
The cheesecake was absolutely
It's
decadent.
really the
I'm not
crust
gonna
is-
lie. I might need to pre-order one for
All right.
next September for my birthday.
My wife will love that. She's gone crazy with this bacon making wraps and stuff like that. She loves it. So which is good because that means I can eat once in a while.
Yeah, pulling out.
I don't know how we lasted the last few years, but all right, we're doing a little bit of technical on-site work here. The party's getting bigger, so we're trying to make accommodations here.
And we're trying to finish all the edibles before anyone else gets here.
Trying to.
Actually, one of those bacon balls look kind of...
Yeah.
What is it? What's all in that?
Build up there,
Stuffing.
Growflounder.
Just stuffing,
Just
huh?
like stuffing wrapped in bacon with
Somebody
some
else,
barbecue
pick
sauce on it. It's pretty good. You can find all these fancy edibles at thcookieclub.com, where you can just order free cookies all day long. Just go on there, pick how many you want, I send them to you. It's free. Free cookies.
That sounds awesome.
Just free cookies. I mean, you got to pay to mail them. It costs to ship them, but, free. They're free.
What if I order them and can't pick them up?
Then you can just come pick them up. They're free. Come to my house. I'll give you cookies.
Bet.
That's the way it works.
That sounds like a plan.
If I did it any other way, it wouldn't be free cookies, but, so. And my ad website, that all shows that, just, it actually says if you want to come over to my house, I'll give you some cookies.
That's awesome.
So,
All right, where did we leave off? Did you guys fill in the dead space?
well, we didn't go anywhere, but we didn't go backwards either. So we're still here.
We also didn't kill anyone, so there's no dead space.
All right. Where are we at? Who's doing their ad now?
Oh, we just did an ad.
Did you do your own?
Yeah, I did it while you were away. I did.
Oh,
an ad.
okay. All right. What do you got? You want to do your own ad? All right, hold on. Let me give you the music.
Do you smoke out of glass? How often do you clean it? If you have personal glass, multiple glass pieces, or just rent glass pieces that need to be cleaned, BubbleSonics is who you need to call over. Lounges, parties, private events, dispensaries, we service all. Sonic Power will save you time and effort. We won't vigorously shake your glass, and we don't use any harsh chemicals. To get a hold of us, you can reach us at BubbleSonics.com/Facebook.
If this were an American Idol of doing ads, I would have to say you're probably in second place. You're the runner-up at this point.
I take that.
2 out of 2.
Take that.
Scott on the podium.
Scott, what do you think? Do you want to give yourself a shout-out, who you are? You're coming in a little late. Please introduce yourself. Tell us who
don't
you
be
are.
All right, Scott, come on in.
Put on the headphones so you can hear all the interaction going
There
on.
we go. Hey, everybody.
Hey,
So we're live. Is that the thing?
we're live.
We're live. All
Don't
right.
don't say anything crazy.
Scott Afable from Highest Reward. I'm here with the CCP crew. I guess this is the greatest hits. There's some good guys in this room.
That's right.
Greatest hits, I like that.
CCP crew. The problem is, I think you haven't eaten a full cookie yet.
No, but I had some cheesecake and it was delicious.
How about the CCP All Stars?
CCP All Stars.
there we go.
All right.
We can get some T-shirts made.
There you go.
T-shirts. Speaking of T-shirts, if you go to the Cannabis Community Store, you can help us out by buying one of our T-shirts. We're going to have it designed by a number of different artists. We got the guy that did our logo, Justin Gatz.
Gatsby's
Gatsby Designs did our logo. We're going to have him design a shirt and maybe a couple other people. Scott, you said your wife was a graphic designer.
She is.
Maybe she would be interested in helping us out also.
I'm sure she'd be happy to do that.
We want to design a kick-ass shirt that we can sell, because if you want to support the show, buy a shirt. It's not going to be any more expensive than shirts you're buying now, but it'll be a way to show everybody you listen to CCP radio, and maybe we can get individualized shirts made, like for shows that you've done. Like, hey, I've been on 5 times, and
I did the Growflounder.
Do you ever watch European soccer?
I try not to. No.
Sure. Well, over the emblem they put a star for each time they win a championship.
Oh,
Well,
well,
like
there you
football,
go.
get a sticker. Get a sticker on my helmet.
Helmet sticker.
Yeah. I need a couple
Badge of
touchdowns.
achievement.
Badge of achievement. But remember, it's not just about being on the show. It's about who you can get to interact with the show, right? About your own personal network and following of having people like and share and comment and listen. Obviously, the most important thing. If you're out there listening right now, wherever you're listening from, iTunes or Stitcher, Spreaker, SoundCloud, go ahead and click that like button or the share button. A comment is actually more important if you're looking at SEO value. If you could actually leave a comment and then share it and then leave a like in that order, and that will help us out with the rankings and getting noticed.
I need to get my marketing folks on the whole social media thing. But evidently there's specific avenues within the cannabis industry which are more appropriate for advertising and marketing.
Well, I want to hear all about that. I want to talk about that. We'll come back to that topic. All right. Let's do a phone call. Ashley?
Hi.
I got you live on the air, sitting in front of a room of everybody here on the radio show.
Oh, you would.
How are you doing tonight?
Very good. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. Everybody remembers Ashley, right? Ashley Weber.
Yeah.
Hey, Ashley.
How's it going, Ashley?
Show.
Hello, everybody.
This was a show, I forget the number, but it was just about a month ago. Ashley Weber Designs Life. You can hear all about her personal story in her interview on that show. Today we asked her to come back because we want to make sure she's part of the show before we end the year. We don't want to go out of 2014 without touching base one more time. So I asked her to put together a list of who to watch or who to keep an eye on for 2015. Did I give you enough time to prepare that list for us?
Oh, geez. It was such a big day for cannabis all in all today that I think today gave me enough to talk about. And it was great.
Excellent. Well, why don't we just jump right into it so we don't waste any more time? Or what are we calling this list?
I think it's just going to be positive and negatives to look out for in 2015 with cannabis.
Excellent. Well, let me turn it over to you and have you just run through that.
I kind of just looked over what had been going on in the news and everything that people might want to hear and know about and little gadgets that they might want to get for little Christmas gifts since Christmas is coming up. You never know. The first and foremost was the Department of Justice releasing a memo. They will not prosecute any Native American tribes for growing or selling marijuana on sovereign land. Give it up there. I am so happy to hear about that. And as well as they are going, so we need to keep an eye out for the end of this week for defunding, the DEA's right to step in on state rights that are legal.
So this was the federal government saying they're not going to go after who specifically?
The states that have legalized and already they would like for either marijuana or hemp. So it's not going to interfere with any legal medical marijuana operations whatsoever. So that's really good to hear as well.
Excellent. So we'll watch that throughout 2015. And we're saying that's a positive, right?
Yes, a big positive.
Okay, very good.
Another thing is Guns for Everyone proposed an initiative that will allow card holders and recreational users to obtain a concealed handgun permit. Because right now, Colorado, you're not allowed to have a concealed handgun permit and hold a red card, be a red card holder. You have to turn in one or the other. So give it up for Guns for Everyone and watch for them in 2015 and follow them on Facebook as well and their initiatives that they propose. And so that's a plus as well.
Very good. Are you a gun owner?
I am not. I'm a red card holder. But, if this initiative goes through, I could be both.
Very good. Now, before you move on to your list, let me just cut in real quick. Let me give you a little promotion because you actually have a fundraising campaign going on right now, correct?
I do, yes. For an action track chair.
And what is an action track chair?
Well, if you would look at it, it looks like a tank wheelchair is how I would put it. And it's able to go up and over rocks and boulders and off curbs and in sand, snow, on the beach, on a hike. So I'll be able to go with my son so many different places rather than, a concrete trail. So it would be awesome. It's been up for, I want to say, about a week now, and I have $930 already raised. So
very good. I donated, and I encourage everybody else to donate, to give a few bucks this Christmas season, because this is really something I think, affects your life and can really make your ease of life a lot better. You can go out and do things that just normal chairs wouldn't allow you to do. So if you have a couple bucks this holiday season, give us the link where people can go to and throw a couple bucks there.
It's GoFundMe.com, and it's Ashley Weber's Action Track Chair. You can also find it on my Facebook as well.
Excellent.
It's like a stand-up chair, right?
Yes, it does. It does stand you up. Yeah, not only will it just go over rocks and boulders and all that other rough terrain, it will stand up and drive as well.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. If you're on Facebook, you can see
a picture
pictures.
of it. Was pretty cool.
Yeah, I've posted it on the Cannabis Community Project Facebook page. You can look at it, and I believe the link is also there directly also. It's very cool, and I will be expecting a ride once it's fully funded and up.
Absolutely.
Very good. Well, I wanted to get that out there and promote that because I think that's an important issue. So please continue with your list of...
Well, while you're talking about the Action Track Chair, there's actually another fundraiser going on at I want to say Shotgun Willie's might be putting it on for a vet, and he is trying to raise money also for a Action Track Chair. So I want to give a shout out and a watchful eye on in 2015 for the Grow for Vet, because we are going to definitely try to get PTSD recognized as a medical condition, so medical marijuana can be prescribed for that as well.
Yeah, look for Josh and the guys from the Green Group to be on that too. They love helping out with PTSD.
Yeah, we have Sohum J. Shaw in studio from CCX, affiliation with the Green Consulting Group. Also have done quite a few Grow for Vet events.
Yeah, we've done some Grow for Vet events. Not myself, but my partners when they were in law school down in Arizona were the ones involved with drafting the petition and going through the motion of having PTSD listed as a qualifying medical condition according to the Arizona Medical Marijuana Association.
Well, that's cool. We'll watch that. Keep an eye on that in 2015. What else do you have for us?
Women Grow. Last night they had a Cannabis Business Awards, and they won the Cannabis Business Awards People's Choice for the Industry Organization of the Year. And this was founded by the lovely lady, co-founder Jane West. She also runs edible events, and that seems to be a very successful businesswoman right there. And Grow Women would be something that we need to look forward to watching in 2015.
Excellent. That sounds very good.
The two of their events.
You've been to two already? That is Scott Fagle speaking from Highest Reward, sitting in studio also, saying he's been to a couple of their events.
The thing about it is this will be a negative, but let's hope in 2015 it'll turn around and we can do something about it. We're not able to, we just had Seth Rogen here, and he wasn't able to, let's say, get high. Everybody watched his new movie that's going to be out on Christmas. So he came to Colorado to get stoned with everybody and watch his movie and enjoy cannabis in Colorado. But he found out how pretty much it's illegal here because you're not able to smoke it out in public.
That's what we were trying to do.
Tweet him out here, try to get him out here. I actually called him out on his tweets there and tried to get him in here tonight with us, but I don't see him.
That's
Seth. If you're out there, you're missing a hell of an edible party, bud.
That's Joe Growflounder in studio from HMO Plus speaking, saying he tried to also get in touch with Seth Rogen to come join us on the show, unsuccessfully, but at least he was out and about. That's exciting.
Yeah, he was out and about. I think he was a little bit disappointed, like I said, with the laws and everything, but hopefully we can change that.
Excellent. If you could give us kind of the grand finale of who we should keep an eye on or what we should keep an eye on in 2015.
Absolutely. What we need to look out for is the Charlotte's Web Medical Hemp Act of 2014 and the CBD laws only. We need to keep an eye on those and make sure that we do everything in our power to keep the symbiotic relationship of CBD and THC together. And that's a whole plant, so we want to definitely keep an eye on that so nothing slips through, Congress in that matter. Testing-wise, Colorado's not able to test their own products. So BB Scientific, they're out of Denver. They're a great company. I had some of my stuff tested at an event and detects the CBD and the THC in minutes. It includes the potency, and it's quick, easy, and effective. And then I also came up with MyDX, and it's My Diagnosis, and they raised a lot of money on Indiegogo, actually. So I want to keep a lookout for that in 2015, and that would help a lot of home growers. As well as let's end on a positive note for hemp in 2015. That's our future. That's where we need to go. Hemp is going to be, I think, save everybody, economically, agriculturally. It's going to be our food source, every type of source we can get. So 2015, keep your eye out for hemp.
Very good. Excellent. Ashley, I appreciate your time putting that together for us.
Really.
And we're gonna keep doing that. I would like to keep having you on segments. We're gonna make you an official correspondent of the CCP radio show. Oh, I sounded like I was from northern Minnesota. We're gonna make you an official correspondent. So I'd like you to come back every few weeks or whenever, and do similar type updates and segments for us.
Absolutely, I'm looking forward to it. And the new 4 words for 2015 is going to be start low and go slow.
Very good. Excellent. I love it. We'll talk to you again very soon. Have a good night.
Yes. You guys have a good rest of the segment.
Thanks, Ashley.
Very good. First phone call successfully accomplished.
And I think it's safe to say that we are not following her advice about starting low or going slow.
Yeah, I kind of blew that one right out the window. We were half a cheesecake into it. And
how much into your cookies are you? Still half cookie
Yeah,
there?
I'm still happy cooking. I'm still feeling mighty fine. Mighty fine.
Crushing my second.
Did you get a cookie?
That bacon.
we got some
that
awesome
bacon roll.
cookies here. Like a lot of cookies. Like there's like 42,000 milligrams of pot in that fucking box right there.
That right there could make an elephant sit still for like 5 minutes.
Cheesecake will fake you out though, see, because it's really the cannabis is just in the crust. The rest is all just looks. But it's the crust. That's why. Well, that's why you got like a half an inch thick crust on that cheesecake, because you know that.
Well, either way,
pretty bomb.
it is, whatever
All right.
it is.
All right.
Well, different things. You got to mix them a little different. You know, I guess you could put the whole cup of oil in the bacon wraps, but then they'd be pretty juicy. So, you know, you got to mix a little bit into the barbecue sauce and a little bit into the stuffing, and it's hard to get it into bacon. Bacon's pretty much just bacon, but bacon is pretty awesome by itself for the most part.
All right.
Clean,
Let's
I
keep
guess.
moving forward here. These are some great topics. You know, makes me want to tell everybody that if you have a business or an idea or some thoughts about cannabis, please join us. You can contact me via email at brainstorm@cannabiscommunityproject.com, Facebook under the same name, pretty much any social media out there, you can find me under the same name. But this is a community show, so if you have ideas just like these guys are talking about and more thought out, articulate ideas, please call me because content is always what we need, right? Good content on the show. So let's keep moving forward here. Let's move right into any memorable moments from the show. Let's self-indulge for just a minute and pat myself on the back.
Hey, I got one. Remember that time at that show we got fucked up?
Which show?
You know, the one we got really fucked up.
The second show, because that's the only one you did, remember?
The second show.
Actually, we did the Cannabis Community Cup.
That's right.
No, the
That's right.
Of course, everything's in the cannabis community. We did the High Times Cup. We did show number 2. He did the one in shop where he was in the shed.
We did the Mary Jane's. We did one down at my grow. So yeah, I guess my first real business venture would have been Latin American Travel Tribune.
So you went from being a cannabis newspaper advocate in Costa Rica to an electrician to a jeweler.
That's correct.
Well, I bring that up because you're kind of an entrepreneur. In a sense, you've had a good 20-year stretch of multiple little businesses and pursue things on your own.
Yeah, I guess in that sense, I guess it is. I don't really think of it like that. You know, throw down an idea, let's try it. Everybody can pull something out of a hat if they just think about it a little bit. I really like teaching. We've come up with this formula to where we can teach people how to grow for themselves. Everybody should grow. And we shouldn't have any laws regarding what we should grow, because I don't know the difference between medical marijuana and other kind of marijuana.
The difference is a controlled grow that is the highest quality and the most cleanest organic way that is producing the most potent medical use, meaning the least amount needs to be consumed to get the maximum effect from it. So medical marijuana is produced by top growers in the sense that it could pass the challenge of experts that say this is the primo, the top of the top. Dispensaries aren't going to want to buy from some stranger because they have to control their grow because it's medical grade. So they have to show their patients and the state that what they're growing is top of the line. So they need to buy from other people who they know are credited growers because they're required to grow 70% on premise.
Right now we're setting up a program to where we can basically have a seminar top to bottom from mother plant seeds all the way up with very minimal amount of money going into it. The seminars are to teach everybody how to do it, and then I also have a service where we've actually turned it into a tech service installation. I really enjoy working with the people. People want to have this. When they do electrical work, people have to have it. Your lights are off, so you need to have your electrical fixed. Nobody likes to pay for that. I found in this business that people are dying to pay for it. I mean, it's something I believe in. I've always believed in it. Anything that we can help with.
Anything you need, call Joe the Growflounder.
Yeah, Did a few.
Yeah. I remember at Gary's, we did a show at Gary's Rec Room, and that was good because there we was actually able to smoke. So we had, things in rotation, smoking faces,
It's been another good Wednesday, man. You're talking a month and a half.
Well, as soon as I walked in here, I immediately said, "Oh, this is a good vibe, right? This is a good place. Has a good vibe, has good color, has a good ambience. It's the luck of the draw of
location.
It really is a tourist game, I think.
Oh, definitely. I mean, that's who comes and visits me on a regular basis. It's the people from out of town, and that's why I made my place available, is for the people from out of town. I was one of those people in April, and it wasn't available to me, and that by not allowing me to smoke it legally somewhere. Yeah. I mean, yeah, sure. There's a couple places in Colorado Springs, and I bake and a couple other places around to enjoy, because that's what it's here for. Now they're from out of state.
But we're getting sidetracked.
Yes.
That's preaching to the choir.
Yes.
What we need to understand is how you developed what you're developing here.
Yeah,
and this was all coincidental to be a network of houses across the city, a True Bud network. So when you buy the membership, or when you're coming into town and you buy the temporary membership, but the rooms, it's not a single building hotel. The rooms are True Buds across Denver.
And I've already thought about those kind of things, I'm lucky enough.
It's representing the brand. It has to be like we were saying about McDonald's. It has to be a consistent product in the sense of, if you're in Thornton or Denver or Wheat Ridge, you're going to get a consistent place that you're going to go to that's going to be a certain something.
Well, and it can't just be in a neighborhood somewhere. It has to be in a spot. What I found with the locals, it's, hey, I got some people coming in from out of town. I live in a one-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
I don't have room for me and my 4 buddies to get together and, smoke a bong and sit and chat.
Do you have any paraphernalia on site that people engage?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I've got a...
So somebody doesn't necessarily need to bring in their $300 bong?
I would prefer they do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't have a big bong to rent or to use or anything.
So what's the next step in what you're doing here?
Really just to progress the way it has, see which path it takes, because I've had attention from several different angles.
Yeah.
You can find me on Facebook. I'm on ColoradoPotGuide.com. You can also just call me. My number's 309-253-4376. It's all me. Gary's Rec Room isn't a bunch of guys, a bunch of people. It's Gary. That's it.
It's only one Gary.
It's me. Call me.
I mean, these edibles are great, though, but, nothing beats flower.
It's a rough world. It's a rough
This is
world.
like a job. It's like a job.
Like a job. I know.
I feel like the other states.
This is not like my job.
Hey, but I got a few things coming up. I got there's a new rec room opening up in Pueblo.
Right. But we're self-indulging in your memorable moments of CCP show throughout the year.
Yeah, that's right.
The advertisement wars are over.
All right, sorry.
Everybody did their ad.
That
was your chance. Yeah, when the music was playing for the ads is when you had your chance to promote all your ventures. What Scott, you've been listening for a while. Yeah? What are some of the memorable moments throughout the year that come to mind?
I enjoyed it. I don't remember which show it was, but you went and looked at glass blowing.
Earl Riggs. Yeah.
Hearing it over audio is a little different than actually seeing it. And I've been able to go and see it at a couple different events in glass blowing, but
with Earl Riggs in Boulder, Colorado, in his shop. So what type of piece is this?
This is like a mini tube.
So this is something you make here?
Yeah, this is something that I will make. There will be pieces that are specific pieces that are custom pieces, one-of-a-kind pieces.
What I'm looking at here just looks like chaos. There's just glass everywhere.
Yeah.
There looks like maybe an oven in the corner, a big tank of something.
We produce pretty much everything that's made out of borosilicate glass, which is hard glass. there's tubes, which this is like, these would be the base for a piece. So like if you wanted to start with a tube, to get the shapes of glass, you're using your breath to blow.
That scared me. Yeah, you're in a glass shop and you're cracking it.
I make all my stuff by hand.
Like heating up with one hand and molding with the other hand?
Yeah, on a lathe, there's a blow tube that connects to the machine, so you blow through the hose and the pieces in your mouth.
Is there any risk of what you're doing?
There are a lot of risks in glass blowing. A lot. The molecules, all the molecules move. And so when the molecules start to heat up, they start to move faster. If the molecules over here are like not moving at all, and then these molecules move fast, it's kind of like the game where you're holding hands and swinging, the end person gets flipped off because that molecule is moving so fast and the other one can't hold on to it.
All right, torch is up and on. That's a pretty badass torch. Is that acquired at the local Walmart?
No. This is a GTT Delta Mag that opens up the outer burner, and so
a 1.5-foot blue flame is shooting out of this torch.
Yeah, so basically, like when I'm working on a piece with the foot control, I can just open to a wider flame if I want to blow a bigger vessel. The key to glass blowing, I guess, is like to try to work as fast as possible without affecting the thing that you're working on negatively. You know, a lot of people who make their careers in this living, their main things that they sell were mistakes that they just stumbled upon, and it ends up being a cool mistake. And it ends up being cool, and that's what they make their like main living for.
Art. I mean, it's art in a sense. You're an artist.
Yeah, there's different aspects to this glass blowing.
It's definitely an art form, and something that is, I guess, sustaining the cannabis culture, because I think there's the more you infuse the culture with art and with music and things like that, I feel like the more lasting that is, and the more impressionable it will be on others who may be reluctant to enter the cannabis industry.
That was an interesting show for me because I actually got to bend glass, and he let me get behind the flame and bend some glass around. So it was a good learning experience. And being an audio version of it, I don't know what actually was communicated, but it was a very interesting.
Yeah, you could just hear the passion coming through.
Yeah, he's an interesting guy, Augie. What about you, Antoine? You've been listening for a few weeks now. I mean, at least your own show.
Yeah.
Right?
I've clicked it twice, gotta get a couple likes. I just remember a few weeks back, at that epilepsy event. That was a standout moment for me. Actually seeing patients who actually use cannabis and actually see the results there in person, that they was actually there standing talking, or the little kid was actually running around. Beforehand you hear stories about what cannabis could do for people, but you just see like a photo, but to see like a live person, that hit me the most, and that makes me really want to go out and help people as much as I can.
Yeah. What was that? That was a great event, the CBD for All event.
You guys met Lan?
Yeah, I think we were all there, huh?
Yeah, actually, I think we were, Maybe less the Growflounder here.
No, but I think we had his cookies there.
Yeah, so that's true.
He was representing.
His cookies were tested by CBD Scientific.
CBD Scientific,
coincidentally,
as Ashley was talking about.
Referencing back to Ashley's report there.
I'm just going to back up what Antoine said. Honestly, I think that was probably one of the more memorable events at least from what we saw about the show. But in general, just a lot of that patient-sided stuff that seems to get drowned out a lot by the hysteria surrounding recreational cannabis. We really shouldn't forget about why we even have the opportunity to talk about recreational, have states voting on recreational, and that's because we've had a medical system starting 18 years ago in California, and that's why Colorado was able to create a system that allowed for Amendment 64 to pass. So it's good to see that the medical side of the movement is still strong. You see, expansion of treatment for children with Dravet syndrome and epilepsy, and like Pete for PTSD, as Ashley was talking about, trying to get that added here. I know that they've been trying to get it added in Colorado, I think every year for the past 3 or 4 years, and it's always unsuccessful, but are starting to look towards Israel and see some of the research that they have coming out surrounding, their military and their, post-service use of cannabis.
Yeah. I mean, just to piggyback on that with my own, memorable, we all kind of hinting towards similar things. And one of the more memorable moments for me of the shows, I mean, I've had the chance to meet a lot of good businesses and very interesting people, but it was at the Hemp Awards that we went to up around Boulder when we really had a magical moment. It was the first time I met Ashley when she was being sung to by a Native American gentleman who, out of the blue, well, not out of the blue, I mean, he was there, part of the event, but started singing the song and witnessing it live in person. Do you remember that, Growflounder?
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, it was a very powerful, impactful,
teary-eyed moment.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Have you had the chance to hear that clip? I brought that clip with me just so we could all hear it there.
My name is Ashley Weber, ASHLEYWEBER, and I am here in supporting Alex White Plume and also to educate people on the medical properties of both cannabis and hemp. And I set court precedent for people living in Section 8 and not being able to use medical marijuana due to it being Scheduled 1. And I'm proud to just be here and support hemp and learn more about it.
I want to pray for this little girl here.
Yeah.
Played a bit of this on a show a couple weeks back, and it was a moment that there was just a handful of people standing there, and he just started doing this just kind of spontaneously out of the blue, and there was just a couple patients around. Do you gotta go?
Yeah, he said he's praying. He says some sort of prayer.
No. All right. Sohum's got to go. He's giving me the finger to the watch look, so.
Yeah, well, the reason I have to go is actually thanks to the Cannabis Community Project. I guess that's a good way to wrap it up. Met some great people through the shows we've done here, and
it's a good spin.
Through the course of that, we have a nice business meeting. We're about to go grab drinks with somebody that we met through our time on the show. And overall, it's been a great year. It's been a pleasure meeting all of you guys and Ashley, everyone who's been involved with the show, and looking forward to a bigger year ahead for all of us.
Excellent. Well, I appreciate you. I mean, foremost, being a listener and giving us the content and the shows that you have, and ultimately being a sponsor. I mean, it's been great to have people get behind the show and help support it, and that's what's going to keep things moving into the future.
Yeah, well, I think I could speak for our whole team and say we love what you're doing with the radio show, and we're happy to help out. So keep going, keep finding awesome people like the people that are sitting around me and the other people that you've had on your show.
Well, I need your help because we can't do it alone, right? I mean, there's a couple other shows out there that do cannabis-related type stuff. I try to focus specifically on a very specific thing, for 85% of the time. This is going to be big, People love radio, people love podcasting, people love media, and people want to see behind the scenes, and they want to get up and close and meet people and have long form interviews and talks and really get behind what's going on in the industry. So this is going to be a big year. And with the help of all of you, sharing with your friends and telling other people, I think the show's going to take off, and it could really be that pivotal point, that center point of products and businesses, services, and just information of where people turn to find out this week what's going on in the industry and who's out there talking about what and what's new. Chilling, you're looking pretty high. I appreciate you coming down.
Yeah,
thank you for being here with us. Should we take a break and go smoke so everybody can?
Yeah.
All right.
Any objections? No.
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 Check out 2.0 coming out next week.
Oh, yeah?
One last shameless plug.
Nice. 2.0.
Yeah. That's at our website, www.cannaexchange.com. We still got our old version up right now, but we're doing our final testing and final design, so just look for that.
Free sign up.
Yes, sir. Go check out the free sign. I'm getting an idea for, what wholesale market prices look like here in Colorado. Maybe you decide to go open a dispensary.
There you go. Very good. Cool.
What if I just want to hustle at my back door, though?
More power to you. Not on our site. Attorneys wouldn't like that too much.
This is what happens when you call the cops. Say what? This is what happens when you call the cops. Come on. This is what happens when you call the cops. You get your rights violated or you all get shot.
Can't you tell that it's been hard for me? Sitting in the lap of luxury.
Sweet smile, but I forget your name. Met you once, but I'm not to blame. Drink in hand, and it's a shame that I'm not better. A hand to hold when I feel sweet, and then there's cold, and then there's me. Look out for 23. Maybe I'll be better. Ooh, no.
How many moons has it been, darling? How many months since June? And how many lonesome wonders wandering around with you? Wandering and wondering like they do.
Pull over and ask if I turn the right way. Well, just hold on for 5 more minutes. The side will go back down. Just hold on for 3 more seconds. I think I might have felt my feet touch the ground.
I'm getting closer to the fact I've turned my back on silly dreams. I'm walking down that lonely road, and my heavy load. I didn't bother to bring it, and the sun shone down on me. I feel like I deserve it. He was dead, he never lived. He died, seeking a cause. Heard the warning, seeking the cause, 'cause he heard the crying of the hungry ghetto children. Heard the tractor paving new routes to new prison. Seeking the cause, seeking a cause. He was dead on arrival, he never really lived. Uptown, downtown, cross town, body found all over town. Seeking the cause, seeking the cause.
Eli, the barrel boy of the old town, sells coal and marigolds, and he cries out all down the day. Below the tamaracks he is crying, corn cobs and candle wax for the buying all down the day. Would I could afford to buy my love a fine robe made of gold and silk, Arabian thread.
When it comes to staying, I'll be leaving. When it comes to going down the road, when it comes to starting, I'll be ending. End up wherever I may roam, wherever I may roam.
Must have been a day in the spring, must have been one of your broken wings, must have been a long time ago that your heart was broke before. Sorry I asked for more. You've flown before but not with me, and there's height from ground is crazy, but it's just time before we tumble back to gravity. Somehow I'd rather you just tell me now.
Check, check, yo. Check, check, I'm running with some of the endless flows of poet, bringing the ruckus. We kill them all, roll the fall, keeping this shit above it. I buzz like a bumble, drop jaws whenever I rumble. You said you write rhymes, but it sound like you got carpal tunnel.
I I belong in an asylum. These psychopathic tendencies tend to get the best of me. I've been exuberant since I was in the uterus, malignant like a tumor is service in hysterectomies. Scalpel please for surgery. I cut precise as I murder beats. Why act humanized while humans lie? I'd rather protrude your mind and crucify these crucial lies. Independent forever, that's the vendetta, better bring Berettas. I'm acting reckless, call the paramedics. You should diet if you're diabetic, and you could die if you feel neglected. Cause in my city, gotta earn your stripes to feel respected. I'm next up, investing in and trying to buy Colorado. That's the motherfucking motto where I'm from. Every day yelling out, Aco on the top of my lungs. Everything in that.
Dakota River, a young boy named Rocky Raccoon. Well, one day his woman ran off with another guy. He hit young Rocky and I. Well, Rocky didn't like that. He said, I'm gonna get that boy. So one day he walked into town and booked himself a room up in the local saloon. He checked into his room only to find Gideon's Bible. Well, Rocky had come equipped with a gun to shoot all the legs of his rival. Well, his rival, it seems, had broken his dreams by stealing a girl of his fancy. Well, her name was McGill, ooh, and she called herself Little, but everyone knew her as Nancy. Well, now she and her man, who called himself Dan, were in the next room at the hold down. Well, now Rocky burst in and grinned him.
And we're back. Oh wait, we never left.
Hello?
Hi, Colleen.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing excellent. I'm here on air in studio with a handful of individuals in the studio here. We're doing our final show for the year, and I wanted to make sure to give you a call to include you in that.
Well, thank you. Happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, everybody here remembers Cushley, right? Everybody's heard the shows,
Yeah.
seen the products on the website. Everybody want to say hello?
Hello.
Hey.
How you doing?
And hello to everyone.
Excellent. How's the weather out there? Is it cold? She's on the East Coast.
It is. It's a little cold, a hint of snow, and missing 80-degree weather.
Very
not
good.
that cold
Well,
here.
it's not that cold here. We're just I don't know. We're probably
Look out for this weekend, though.
Yeah, this weekend maybe. This weekend. Well, we're here enjoying our last show of 2014, and we wanted to check in with you since you're out of state and you didn't have the opportunity to be in studio with us, just to get your voice and your opinions and your analysis of the 2014 year wrap up and anything else you would like to include.
Well, thank you.
So how has the last 12 months been, looking back now at the end of the year? What can you say officially has been the good, the bad, and the ugly?
The good, the bad, the ugly. Starting a business, that's the tough one. But I'll say that the last 6 months specifically, we've had such a growth spurt, and we've seen so much come across that it just, it's very, very exciting. We have so much to look forward to. Next year, especially with the growth that we've seen, we anticipate to continue this path. Very, very excited. Changing our product lineup a little bit. We're adding a couple new items. So it's very, very good. Patience has paid off. Still a lot of things to do and in the growth period, but very, very happy with where we're at for being such a new company.
What would you say is the most memorable moments throughout the industry that you've heard about or participated in? What has been the biggest moment for you in the industry this year?
I have to think about that one. There's been really just so many. The Cannabis Cup in Colorado was our very first introduction, and I think that was the most exciting time for us as we kicked Cushley off, and we're amongst, or being among that crowd and that festival type.
Yeah.
Guess the Cannabis Cup was our first for a lot of folks.
Yeah, the Cannabis Cup this year, I mean, we were in it. A lot of people were there for the first time. A couple other people in studio here also shaking their heads that the Cannabis Cup was their first big moment this year in the industry.
My first one was the 17th.
And I saw your new product line that came out, the new dispenser, the little pocket-sized one. Very cool looking. Very cool.
Thank you. Nice. So easy to carry, slip in your pocket, very convenient. So we are very excited about that. And we've also come out with a hand soap, foaming hand soap.
I'm excited about that one.
Candles, we're also going to offer the soy candle with a wood wick.
With a wood wick. There you go. I like that idea. I use the candle myself. I've used it in house. I use the spray. I'm excited to have the product on the store because I think it's a great product.
Yeah, the spray is great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And we're so excited to be a part of your store. You've got so many things that you've got to offer in your store, and it's very exciting to watch that grow as well. So we're very, very pleased to be a part of that. Thank you.
Very good. So what is the 2015 agenda for you? What do you have lined up at the beginning of the year? Any big announcements or any big events that you're going to kick the new year off with?
No big events. Just launching the new products that I just mentioned. So getting those out there. They haven't hit the website yet, but we'll be looking for those in the next couple of weeks so that we can start off 2015 with kind of a new Cushley family. And looking to get out into more venues, more smoke shops throughout the U.S., and hopefully picking up some new distributors throughout the U.S. as well.
Excellent. Well, I'm excited to be there with you throughout 2015, and we're going to pretty much wrap up 2014 in studio here. We have a whole buffet of food, of infused cookies and bacon bits and everything else. So we're going to let you go and enjoy our night, but we want to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And I wish you a very, very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you and to everyone there. Enjoy your evening. Thank you for letting me be a part of it this evening. I appreciate that very much. And looking forward to the growth in 2015.
Happy to have you.
Thank you. Have a good night. Enjoy.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. Did you say had some news or announcements you want to do?
We're going to start offering free cookies to PTSD patients.
All right. So let's explain this because it's on the website. It's on the Cannabis Community Store, the TH Cookie Club, where it's listed as free cookies.
Free cookies.
Now, explain this because people obviously are going to say, well, how can you be giving away free cookies?
Well, my wife started baking.
That was my question.
My wife started baking, and she's making all kinds of cookies.
Yeah.
She can't stop. She'll make like 5 dozen of one because I guess the recipe is harder to make. They don't come out right when you split it up. So she just make more cookies.
Okay.
She's just making cookies out the yin-yang. She's making this cheesecake.
So she's
making
OCD
bacon
cooking
bites.
with infused
She's
products.
OCD cooking with infused products.
Yeah.
Like,
She's trying to find a winner.
I had to buy a food
making
process.
home remedies.
I had to find a food packager thing because I couldn't eat them as fast as she'd make them. I have to save them. So we decided, hell, we should just give these damn things away. I don't know what else to do with them. So what I decided to do is give these cookies away to anybody that needs them.
Nice.
It's recreational in Colorado. These are all homemade.
When we say we're giving away, what do you mean? Like for free, or do people have
If you want to come to my house and you need a dozen cookies because you have ailments that these cookies will help, we'll give them to you. Just come
All
by
right,
my house.
but if you come to your house, okay. But let's not give out your address because that would be just asking for problems.
Well, you can give me a holler on the website. I'll give you my address. You come over and get the cookies. If not, I'll ship them to you. You just have to pay for me to ship them to you because I can't make the cookies and pay for ship to you. I don't have that much money. So
in Colorado only, right?
Yeah, just in Colorado.
Yeah.
And we just ship them to you. That's it. You just pay for them. Pay for the postage.
Ship them.
Yeah, so you ship them first class or whatever.
Yeah.
We ship them in the ship.
Still eat mine. What flavor is this one? This one got like cranberry.
That one's cranberry Heath bar. So it's got chunks of Heath bar in it. But they're all made. They got Rice Krispies and they got fruit. I can't give away the recipe, but there's a lot.
Don't give away the recipe.
Yeah.
So we will look for those developments by following the TH Cookie Club.
Yeah, it's a club. So you go on the line,
right.
thcookieclub.com, and everybody knows me. They're all my friends. So, I'm the Growflounder, and give me a holler. Just fill out your information so I know who I'm talking to, because I got a lot of people. I got a lot of friends. So,
all right.
And then bam.
Right, very good.
That's it.
All right. We'll cut those words down. I'll edit those words down to about a third.
All you want, man. All you want. Chop it up.
So before we go out, is anybody else have any announcements that you want to make? Anybody else, Scott? Any announcements?
I think there's been a lot of things going on. This industry moves fast, and if you are itching to get into it, I'd say there's no better time than now. But yeah, it's been a great year. I was a listener for a long time, but was able to get on the show and get my message out, which is, a great opportunity. Just, feeling like you're nobody, and then all of a sudden, you have an opportunity and you have a voice, which is great. So I thank you for your platform here, and I met some great people. So here's to 2015.
Very good. Great. Anybody else? Any announcements?
Yeah, I got a couple of announcements.
Okay. Please.
2015, actually, a lot of big things about to happen for BubbleSonics.
Okay.
Yes. You could look for us at maybe your local head shop.
All right. Look for what?
Cleaning service.
Okay. Provided by other individuals or yourself?
Myself, plus expanding the team a little bit.
Okay.
Going to be doing some partnerships with Primal Wellness. They're going to be giving off a featured service as well. When you get a service with them, you get a complimentary cleaning by BubbleSonics.
Yeah.
Going to be a couple other places, like Gary's Rec Room and a couple other head shops. Some couple of things, been
a network of locations around town.
Start a little more locations so where people can come and get this service done. So people can get more into buying that glass piece that they wanted, without the fear of worrying about how I'm going to clean it. So, a lot of things is going to actually be a more cleaner year in 2015. A lot of people have also been studying about what's going on in the lungs, so that's good as well. Because that helps my case as well. Why we need to smoke cleaner bongs. And
what is the laws or whatever with shipping used paraphernalia?
The laws with shipping paraphernalia is still the same.
Still the same as in what? Could I legally ship you my dirty pipe and you send it back to me clean?
If you're in the state of Colorado, yes. If it's locked and sealed as if it was if you got anything from a dispensary. Yeah. Now, out of state, I don't think the law still follows that case. And I'm not asking for people out of state to send anything. Right now, it's BubbleSonics Colorado because we're going to focus on Colorado. Eventually, there will be BubbleSonics.
So you need like a website that has like your locations, like a tour, like a band tour.
And that's what you can look forward to in 2015. A website as well. People can come and set your schedule. Actually where locations that we're going to be, when we're going to have specials. give outs, donations, all type of things. We're going to do a lot more giving back to people in need this year. This first year was just building, seeing if, we can actually get this thing rolling. And all the pieces have came together in 2015. It's time to make it happen.
Great service. I mean, I've used it a number of times, and there's nothing better than actually having a nice, clean pipe that you can smoke out of.
Yeah, because it's more just it's a lifestyle. BubbleSonics lifestyle. It's clean lifestyle. You smoking clean. You want to grow clean. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about that sweet hit when you
all about that clean.
So
All about
yes.
that clean.
And I'd just like to say thank you, to everybody who gave me help, and heard me out, this last year, gave helping hand. Appreciate everybody. All the friends I met here in Colorado, everybody, because, coming from out of state, no one has to accept you. And, I appreciate all the love that this state has given me since I've been here. So looking forward for the next year. Oh, yeah, and got to give a lot of love back. So BubbleSonics.
All right. Well, let's finish up with a free gift giveaway that HMO Plus always wants to make sure his cookies are out there since we're talking about it. And we only give these away to those who have some good stories, right? Usually we do confessions or some type of reason to rebel story. So since we're all in the group here, let's put a twist on it. The winner of the best story, and since there's only 4 of us here, it's going to have to be us. But the winner will get the donation to give to a charitable cause on their behalf. So you can receive your batch of cookies. How many are you given? 3?
I got at least 3 or 4
All right.
packages.
And then you can donate that to your charitable cause. So let's take a quick second just to think of some type of story we can finish the year, a good story that we can finish the year on. Some type of confession. Are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
All right.
About a confession?
Yeah.
I'm confused. I ate too many edibles.
All right. We're doing can of confession. So you have to confess something or tell us a story about an experience of like coming out of the closet per se of
1 in 4
cannabis
chance.
or, somebody you know. Can it just be any story?
Yeah.
Well,
feeling guilty about a time with cannabis? Get it off your chest and confess it on Confessions, your public forum to absolve your soul. So the idea is to think of a time in cannabis when something happened, right? To think of a time when something happened that maybe you've never confessed to anybody else. Like, remember that one time I was supposed to do this and I left you at the airport for an hour and a half waiting and I told you the car broke down? The reality was I was really just getting high and I lost track of time. Right? That would be an example of a confession. So think of a time in your life when you were doing something, right? You were doing something and it would be a worthy story. And the winner of the best story will get a 3-pack cookie edible pack to give to their charitable cause, whatever you deem that to be. Are you thinking of a story? You got one, Growflounder?
Well, yeah, I got a story, but it's not all. I mean, it's not all funny.
Who said it has to be funny? Okay. Nobody expects funny.
All right. Well, my neighbor came over, and she had. Apparently, she had epilepsy for a long time, and she's been doing very bad on medicine stuff. So her mom, who works for social services, came and asked me.
The following has been sanitized for your protection.
3 weeks ago, she came and said she'd been to the brain doctor and she's not having seizures. But she's had them all her life, so I don't know.
So you're saying you've participated in a crime?
It was unknown, but I guess
it's a drug if it is unknown.
And it really helps. And when you see that helping, what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
All right, I think that's a justifiable confession. I think that's.
I mean, I probably give too many cookies out as it is, but
well, there you go. That would be. And that was Confessions. If you have a confession to make, contact me via Facebook or the website at cannabiscommunityproject.com.
All right.
To self-incriminate.
Well, I gave the cookies to her mom. I was giving them to her mom.
Goodness, man. Don't
But
even need a
I got a whore in the trunk of my car.
Don't need a grand jury for that one. Just come on in.
Well, did that inspire any lasting stories that you would like to divulge to wrap up 2014 with a great story? Anything that came to mind? What can you give us? What can you give our audience? The audience needs a story.
Confessions?
No, I'm just saying, no
You can
confession.
put a confession in. We'll slip it in.
Give my
Another
audience
week.
a story they can part with.
Definitely.
All right, so one day I was hanging out at a place, we was smoking. So I was riding the bus home, and like for some odd reason, you just stone. You're like, man, I don't want to ride the bus no more. So you just get off the bus. So I get off the bus to see what a different bus I can take home. So I find the bus that's coming, but I'm sitting there, I'm waiting. It's like 11:30 at night, right? It's Colorado. Here, no one drives at nighttime. It's kind of peaceful here. I'm sitting there and the bus drives across on the other side of the street. I'm just like, what? Like, man. So take out a joint, I smoke it, and I end up walking like 5 miles home from Broadway to Quebec with my backpack, with my business, with my ultrasonic machine in my bag, just trucking it. Stoned, all
Did
alone.
you feel like you were moving really fast?
Oh, it felt like I was
Everything
flying. I
moving
was just
slow.
going in like motion. But the craziest part was like, I'm walking through, from Broadway to Quebec, right? And there's like no cars, there's no people. It's like quiet. It's like 2:00 in the morning. And I'm thinking to myself like, man, back home, you can't walk across the city at 2:00 in the morning. Nobody bothers you or no cars around. It was just like, they say if we legalize marijuana, it'd be a dangerous place to live. And I say, man, I doubt it. I doubt it.
I think property value is actually going up.
I don't know exactly where that story
10% in
started
Denver.
or where it ended, but I like the enthusiasm behind it.
That was good.
Oh, what do you think, Scott? Well, you got
All
anything
right.
for us?
I got a story. Man, this happened a while back. So I was with a friend, and this back in my teenager years. So we're cruising around town, and just wasting time, getting stoned in the car, and the car, he had some, I don't know what it was, maybe Kush or some sort of fuely diesel type, just stings your nose type cannabis. And the whole car was reeking. We're just going down the road. It's like a windy road through some trees, and then it comes out to a clearing, so it's wide open. And just on the other side of the tree line is a police officer, highway patrol. My friend's driving. I'm just in the passenger seat, so we're just thinking we're done. And so the cop, sure enough, turns on his lights, pulls us over, gets up to the car, and my friend opens up the window, and first thing he says is, "Man, it smells like weed in here." And next thing he says is, "Son, how high are you?" And my friend looks at him and he says, "No, sir, it's hi, how are you?"
Very
That's
good. I
one.
like that. Good punchline.
This,
Good strong finish. That's I think an old joke.
Yeah, it is.
But I still give you a 9.5 for storytelling and bills. Whose story was better?
Yeah.
Story number 1, number 2, or number 3? How should we do
I
this
didn't know we were
judging?
getting judged.
Well, you're always
No,
being
yeah,
judged, especially if you're in my presence.
I'm just saying, stoner makes the best athlete. That's where I was going. See, but I lost track. Stoners make the best athletes.
Well, that's why I write down notes, right?
Well, that's
you should,
that's cool.
I had some notes, but
That's cool.
I spilled cake on them.
I'm going to declare this one a winner. I'm going to say you're both winners tonight. And for the
Right.
pure fact that you've hung out until the end, you become
Applause.
winners out of...
That's right.
You become winners out of default, right? How does that make you feel for your ego?
Yet again.
Hey, did you hear about that new club coming down south? Coming in?
The new club down
Yeah, there's
south?
going to be a couple new clubs coming in 2015.
This sounds like a shameless promotion. Please tell us about it.
The Cannabis Consumption Club down there in Pueblo.
Uh-huh.
And then there's a new rec room coming up also.
So you're going to create...
I just hear they do private events and you can rent it out but it's all private, so you don't have all them weird.
What do you
rules,
think?
but-
What do you think about science and
fun.
marijuana?
Science?
Yeah, like doing science instead of doing normal consumption.
We should have a science show where we can
talk about that.
talk
I know
about
a few
Yeah, it's
companies
scientific.
that's using
because
some,
we're all over the place.
They're using frequencies, to transmit CBD. So
Oh, yeah?
we should do a show about maybe
That's
science and
interesting.
marijuana to see what that might lead us to.
That sounds like a great way to start off 2015. If you could get that person's interest.
Oh, yeah.
I would do the first or second show of 2015 with that. I'm all for expanding the show. Just like anything else, it takes resources and time and people and everything else. There's so much that could be done.
Cooking segment.
We could do a cooking segment or anything else.
DIY
segment.
What if we got like
DIY would be nice.
I mean, there's so
good.
many topics. It could be all.
It got to be a GIY, grow it yourself.
Yeah.
So we can start.
We could do shows on every specific topic, but you know, every show requires a minimal amount of time and you know, energy of work to make an actual show out of it. So it's not that it could be done; it's that we should just start with what we have now and develop it and make it strong.
We're a pretty good growing show. I think we're pretty good.
Yeah,
I like it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Let me play my.
Well, if we could get some good advertisers, why don't we invite some big advertisers to come out here and help us out, get the show.
All right,
There it is.
there it is. The ending music. So it's time to go. What's the?
I like this track. that we
This is Reason to Rebel. You can get their track soon to be on the Cannabis Community Store. Download it for a very low price fee. Reason to Rebel from Southern California, San Diego area, providing this track to us and many others that you've heard on the show. I would say every other show has some type of Reason to Rebel music into it. So you've heard it before. This is the theme music we're going to stick with. We're going to stick with this.
written for us.
This was not written for us, but it happens.
It was kind of though.
It coincidentally happens to just be a great song.
It's the beat, the drums. That's me, man.
All the way through there. Well, thank you everybody for coming down and spending your time out here. It's been great wrapping up the last year, 2014.
A lot of fun.
Oh no!
Yeah, thanks for having us.
All right.
Let's start over again.
No.
End again.
No more chit chat. Let's just end it.
I'm honest now, baby. You're caught honest. Be afraid, 'cause we're coming for you with all we got. Might not seem like much, but there's a lot of us. And none of us got secrets that's begging for a wiki leaking discontent. With CEOs and cherry picking all the profits procured. Still they want more. Don't be surprised when there's a knock on your door. All you want percent is your money spent. Tell friends that's me, knock it down your door. Open up, open up. All you want percent is your money spent. Tell friends that's me, knock it down your door. Open up, open up. All you want percent is your money spent. Tell friends that's me, knock it down your door. Open up, open up. All you want percent is your money spent. Tell friends that's me, knock it down your door. Open up, open up. All you want percent is your money spent. Tell friends that's me, knock it down your door. Open up, open up.
Like say what's going on this week and like create shows in between. And like you sat there and watched it like through a tape, everybody watching, you know. But when I became the producer of it, we changed it different. We changed it. We did the first live show, and then my senior year, what we started doing it is mornings. So now in the mornings when the students come to school, there's TVs in every classroom, and the first thing they see is the live news from
To do a live show like that would require at least 3 people.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
That's the thing, though. Like, so we'll have
one person
a week or so to write a story,
engineering the room,
two.
one
So,
person
like,
just tending to the files,
easy,
and then one person
like
hosting.
Our
the
teacher,
show.
he gave us creative control. What we did is on the board, we wrote down every word that we couldn't say.
Even a fourth or
Bitch,
fifth
fuck,
person.
shit, like every word that we couldn't say.
Producer,
They said,
phone
okay, you guys can do what the fuck you want, just don't say these words. I got my junior year when I won that plaque. I got suspended off the air twice, and I still got the plaque.